Undergraduate, born on Monday. Christine, you are not responding. Died on Friday, buried on Saturday. That is the end of Solomon. Just like that. Some other people, that line is volumes. There are people who that line, you can't exhaust the content of the volume of their life. That life is painting, it's music, it's architecture, it's invention, it's innovation, it's development, it's impact. When we look at your own, will it be a line or it will be a story the next generation want to reference? I don't need a prophet to tell me what your life. Good to see you. How's Pastor Andy? I don't need a prophet to tell me what your life will become. I just look at what you do with your time. You didn't get that. We can pour a barrel of olive oil on your head, anoint you, speak over your head. It doesn't make any difference if you don't do anything with your time. You are blessed because most of you are young. You hadn't used much of that time. So that you don't be deceived, because what happened with the new year is that we begin to prophesy. We speak words. Everybody's excited. You are all charged up. It won't make any difference. If you don't do anything with those split seconds that you receive on daily basis, watch this. I'll just say a few things. Whatever you are going to become, you become in time. Yes, sir. Whatever you are going to become, you become in time. So the quality of your greatness is measured within time. Nobody's going to give you a degree if you don't do a 4-year degree. Nobody's going to give you a PhD if you don't do a 6-year degree. So you don't just wake up and become those things we prophesy about. It is what you do with your time that defines what the quality of your life will be. There are people sitting down here, we are prophesying to you. If something does not happen drastically, in the next 4 years, we'll still see you where we met you. Number 2, what you earn is determined by what you do with your time. You go to work, what they pay you for is 3 things: skill, time, and value. But you need time to both contribute your skill and your value. Come on, talk to me. You know, it is stupid the way people earn money here and they don't know they are poor. Yes, yes, yes. Because they give more than they earn. If you earn 30,000 a month, you are earning less than $1. Now divide, that means you are earning 1,000 in a day. Divide 1,000 by 24. You now know what you really earn. Okay, say you don't work for 24 hours, you work for 8 hours. Divide 1,000 by 8. You now know what you earn. You realize that what you earn cannot even sustain your body cream in a month. 30,000. You now realize indeed that you are part of the wretched of this earth. Because if you don't earn up to $1, because by projection, they say $1 is going to be 1,000 naira, the way the economy is going. If you don't earn up to $1 in a day, in the world, those who live in less than $1 per day are considered the poorest in the world. You may not need to go home. You may just need there and re-strategize. Because going home may not make it better. It may make it worse. Yes, sir. Going to what? going home to affliction. So you may need to stand on that ground and re-strategize. So let me ask you a question. What you know, most of us seated down here, we are giving like the Macedonian church. You know how the Macedonian church, the Bible said they gave out of their wretchedness. They weren't giving from abundance. He said out of their deep-seated poverty they gave. They loved God enough that they were giving from their poverty. You didn't hear what I've just said? If you give money and you don't sleep, you are giving from poverty. If after giving, your testimony is after I gave, I couldn't sleep, you are poor. It's not righteousness. Unless you give $1 billion and you didn't sleep. But if you give $1 billion and you didn't sleep, you are still poor. Because where it is coming from, you should have given it and still have more than enough. I think I've spoken enough. I should stop. I'm only saying this to say that you didn't fail your exam because you had too much time in lectures. You failed your exam because you spent too much time doing useless stuff. Those of us who went to university understands that it is not the fellowship that takes time. It is not the lectures that takes time. It is the faff, the fellowship after fellowship. Yes, sir. It is the working. Am I talking to anybody? It is the working of the young woman that you did not pay her bride price home. And if you had taken a little time to fellowship extra with your book, you would have made first class. You were busy standing around discussing nonsense that had no contribution to your destiny. That's why you came out with 2-2. Okay. Thank you, sir. Why did you make 162 in your JAMB? Because you thought that JAMB is prepared through extramural classes. You didn't know that from kindergarten, they were preparing you for JAMB. That the 6 years in primary school was for JAMB. The 6 years in secondary school was for JAMB. Within those 6 years, nobody told you, so you wasted it. Only to go and prepare for 4 months in a extramural center. That's why when you went to JAMB, you don't know where to put your name. And now you have another 4 years to remedy it. You will not use that 4 years. What is your time and what you do with it is what determines your worth. They don't pay a conductor what they pay a doctor. They sound alike. The only difference is the corn. So one is a conductor and one is a doctor. Just simple. They don't pay them the same. Are they rendering services? Why is the conductor not? The conductor may work longer than the doctor. The doctor may go home and sit down. Every time there's a need, they call him. In fact, the more he advances, if he gets to where they call consultant, he doesn't even show up all the time. And you know it's stupid in Africa. We think that consultant must have white hair, gray hair. I think when the guy they call Ben Cassett was already a consultant at 32. At 32, some of us are still looking for who to marry in Africa. Some of us are still writing exams at 32. You just reduce your age so that nobody will know. You have sworn affidavit like 5 times. to say something, and I hope that will make it a little sense. Do you know why people are not always quick to say their age in Africa? When you ask them, how old are you now? They'll say +1. It's because they know that the way you actually measure life is time. So they feel that the what they have put into their life is not worth the number. Yes. You didn't hear what I just said? They feel like the value they have put into time is not worth the number. So they are not so proud to say the number because the achievement does not look like the achievement is shy of the number. Sit. It's shy of the number. I love you too. I love you too. This is the tragedy of the tragedy of our generation. I'm going to say something. The president said that we have lazy youth. No. This is the most productive generation I've ever seen. The most active, dynamic, and viral. But you know our problem. We are busy on nonsense. No, you are not lazy. You are active. You are stupidly active. Nonsensically active. There's no young person you will meet in this place that is not busy part-time. I don't see any young person seated down here whose eyes is not on the screen of their phone. The only time their eyes is not on the screen of their phone is when they are sleeping. In fact, some people, while they are sleeping, are holding their phone as if it's going to run away by the time they wake up. But the question is, what are they producing from the phone? Watch this. A little boy in China produces the phone for you. Another boy in Africa holds the phone as value generating substance. It looks like an asset to him. The one who produced the phone does not use the phone. The one who does not produce the phone is dying on the phone. I'm going to ask you, out of the 31 million they gave you last year, what do you have in your account?